Welcome back, everyone. Several passages in the Quran describe Satans and jinn that try to listen in to the heavenly council. When they do, a flame, such as a comet or a shooting star, chases them away before they can repeat what they've heard to humans. Some hadith narrations give more detail. The Satans steal heavenly secrets. As the eavesdroppers try to pass the secrets down to earth, a shooting star is hurled at them in an attempt to stop them from sharing what they've heard, which they distort in the process. Acting as missiles to hit devils is one of the three purposes for which the stars were created. There are Muslims who want to deny the clear statements of these Quran verses and hadith narrations. In part, this is due to the chorus of miracle claims proliferated very effectively by some Muslim authorities in recent decades. We've all heard that the Quran is miraculously preserved. Further, we've all heard the Quran contains scientific miracles of various kinds. These claims all work well together, seeming to support each other, making it much easier to swallow this giant cocktail of deception. Now, you can't have anything about shooting stars chasing demons in a book that's supposed to be a scientific miracle. The same thing goes for hadith, spoken by a prophet who was supposedly scientifically informed. So many may choose to reject these myths, disregarding Quran and Hadith in favor of modern science. However, this fails to appreciate how important these traditions were to past generations of Muslims. Let's look at an example. This hadith is similar to ones we've seen before. However, there's an additional detail that shows up here and in several other sources. Notice the narrator says to Azuri, "Were there shooting stars during the Jahiliyyah?" Azuri said, "Yes, but they became bigger when the prophet was sent." When surveying similar narrations, we find that there were more shooting stars, or that the shooting stars were brighter after the arrival of Muhammad. For Ibn Abbas and others, something changed when Muhammad came. Such traditions are likely connected to Surah 72, 8, and 9. In this passage, the "we" refers to jinn who are speaking, and that we, the jinn, touched the sky and found it filled with harsh guards and piercing flames, and that we used to sit there on seats to listen in, but whoever listens now finds a piercing flame lying in wait for him. Ibn Kathir gives us a similar explanation. It used to be that shooting stars occurred before this, that is, the revelation of the Quran. However, it did not happen much, rather only occasionally. Then they found the Messenger of Allah reciting the Quran while leading his companions in prayer. Thus they knew that this Quran was the reason for the sky being guarded. Gerald Halting summarizes the shooting stars signal a new age in which true prophecy triumphs over the corrupted prophecies of the soothsayers who had relied on the demons for their powers. Since Muhammad had come, there were more and more powerful shooting stars to guard against the soothsayers. We also find parallels to these myths in other religions. The idea of demons trying to penetrate the highest heaven to be repelled by the stars and or the divine beings inhabiting it is Zoroastrian. In Zoroastrianism, we see various levels of the skies are a fortress, guarded by constellations. While these actual texts were composed after the Islamic period, the milieu they reflect is the pre-conquest Sasanian Empire. And of course, we have similarities in pre-Islamic Jewish legend as well. We've seen the story of Ashmedai before, where he gives us important background for Surah 38, verses 34 through 35. Now let's look at some more details about this mysterious figure. In the Talmud, Ashmedai, the king of the demons, studies in the so-called Academy in Heaven, also called the Academy on High, and is an obvious parallel to the Satans who try to listen in to the exalted assembly. The Quran, however, stresses that demons cannot reveal these secrets because they're pelted from every side and driven off. We've also seen the Testament of Solomon is the background for Surah 38, 36 through 38, where the wind is subjected to Solomon, and he has an army of devils that serve as his builders and divers. In the same work, we read, he, referring to the demon Ornios, responded, "We demons go up to the firmament of heaven, fly around among the stars, and hear the decisions which issue from God concerning the lives of men." Though some of these verses and narrations are an embarrassment for many Muslims today, they were a source of pride for the early Muslims, and the clear meaning of these texts cannot be denied. Additionally, looking at similar myths in other sources gives us some important indicators of the milieu in which the Quran and Hadith originated. Thanks for watching.